now on the Southern Arizona News Network, Cox Cable Channel 3.
All right, if you think you're in the market for a puppy, be careful because you might get a little one like this and it'll end up like Tootie right
Well,
here.
actually, Tootie is still a puppy. That's what's scary. She's 15
months old.
And this is Steve Dell, an animal behaviorist, one of our contributors. And when you're shopping for a puppy, that we're going to do a whole series of this, and we're going to start with shopping for a puppy. You need to realize how big this puppy is going to get, right?
Very much so. I mean, she started off as a little bundle of joy, and obviously she's now about 105 pounds. She has another 50, 60 pounds to go as a standard. If you have a mixed breed, you really don't even know exactly how big they're going to get.
You might know what the two mixes might be, but you don't know which one's dominant, which one's going to take over.
Very much so, very much so. So she's a big girl, but she's in training with me right now, and I have her parents with us, and they're doing real well.
Okay, so when you're shopping for a puppy, what do you suggest? I mean, a lot of people go to a pet store. Some people go to people who have litters. Some people go to the Humane Society of the Dog Pound. What is all? I mean, I know what the difference is price-wise, but what's the best thing to do?
Probably the best thing to do is to do some research. The American Kennel Club has a phenomenal website, akc.org. You can research any breed that you are interested in, find out about local breeders, find out about rescue organizations. So maybe you think you might want a beagle. Well, you can find beagle breeders. Here we go. And
watch out, we know why you named her. Be careful on that.
Yes, and then you notice where she's facing too.
This is Tutti Frutti.
Yes, but you can find like a beagle rescue here in town. You know, this particular dog came from a very reputable breeder in Iowa, and so you can do that. At the pet stores, you can certainly look at dogs. There you get into the very emotional decision because it is quite cute, and gee, maybe that no one's paying attention and things of this nature.
But shouldn't you always get some kind of a health certificate?
Very much so, yes.
Even with, like, if you buy it from a person that has a litter, can they give you a health certificate?
They can. You can get an understanding in terms of the dog's general health. They might require that you have the dog spayed or neutered after a period of time, and you can work these out pretty well. So,
what's the biggest mistake people make when they go and get a new puppy?
They get the wrong breed for their lifestyle.
Yes.
You know, my clients are young. They have a young son. This is a great dog for that. This would not be very good for their grandmother.
Right.
This is
living alone in an apartment.
Exactly. And it's important to understand what the lifestyle is. Do the parents travel a lot? Do the children play soccer?
So you can find a breed of dog that matches your personality and your lifestyle.
Very much so. Yeah, exactly.
Just with a little research.
Maybe a lot of research, and because you're going to find, well, this particular breed is good, and then you read it says, well, it has hip problems or it has these other issues, and if you don't know that going in, you're going to be in for a bit of a surprise.
Or what about a dog that has a lot of energy and you didn't know that going in, and you work 8-10 hours a day and you leave the dog by itself?
Then you're going to have destruction in your home. Crating then becomes very, very important, and we'll talk more about that probably the next time we get together on what to do when you bring the puppy home.
It's just that people get caught up in the way the dog looks.
Yes.
And so they don't realize that it's going to be rambunctious, or it's going to be large, or it's going to have all sorts of traits.
Yes, and it is, that's where the research comes in, where you really know what you're getting. You know, we have greyhounds, they're pretty mellow. We used to have whippets, the smaller version of a greyhound. Amazingly animated dogs. Jack Russell Terriers, they're cute on television, but they're they're very, very active, and they train exceptionally well, but they're very active.
Not really good for kids, typically.
They're probably better in a husband and wife without children type of thing.
Okay. All right. We're looking forward to the other toilet training, what to buy when you bring the puppy home.
All kinds of good tips.
Exactly. Okay.
So Steve Dell, Barkbusters.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Tootie.
She was pretty good.
She was a great
now
dog.
she sits.
I got my arm workout here. Okay.
All right. Good job.
Thanks.
Come on, big girl, please.